It's Memorial Day weekend. It's raining again. It's been raining last couple weekends. There's some storms that came through a day or two ago, and there's another round that's going through now. So it's been a bit of a challenge to, really get anything in the ground, plant things. So I'm glad that we did get the garden in last weekend, and actually the videos that I'm going to attach with this little intro, the little compilation, it's basically documents, what we did last weekend. I had a lot of fun. I had most of my family out. At my dad's place. Dad was there helping. I had the kids and my brother-in-law. My sister came out to help me get the garden in. My dad, he's widowed. In case you guys are wondering, he moved over to Ohio about a year and a half ago. He followed us over here. That's an interesting story. Maybe I should shoot another video on that and kind of share a little bit about, a little bit of my story and everything. But anyway, he's been over there with us for about a year and a half. He's got a nice little property out there. Lets me garden out there. I think he's enjoying it too. It gives us something we have in common. Something he enjoys spending time with us. Enjoys seeing us over there. So it's been really great. My wife, typically when we're out at the garden and doing things like that, I've got the kids with me. Most of the time I've got all the kids with me, and that's kind of by design. I've got 5 kids, and so my wife, a lot of times she's got them through the week. We homeschool, so that's another added responsibility. So usually when the weekends come, it's kind of my turn to spend the lion's share of the time with the kids. We spend time together, but then it's important for her to get a break, and so I take the kids out with me. And sometimes they like to work. Sometimes it's difficult to get them to work. They don't maybe want to work, they want to play. And that's fine too. Most of the time they're a big help, and they were a big help this past weekend. A lot of times if I go out there with a plan, like we know what we're wanting to do and get accomplished, things go well. When I don't have a plan, I'm just going out there to do whatever, that's when there's seems to be some problems, where the kids are going out with a different expectation other than to work and maybe accomplish things. So one thing, and some of you guys that may be watching the videos that have larger families, you know what I'm talking about. But one of the challenges with having a larger family is that you can't be as spontaneous. You can't just kind of shoot from the hip all the time. In fact, if you shoot from the hip like that, and you're doing everything last minute and you're not planning, most of the time it's not going to go very well for you. The kids aren't going to know what's going on. It's going to be kind of chaotic. And so really the last 15 years having kids, we learned the value, or I've learned the value of kind of planning and being a little bit more goal oriented as far as if we're wanting to get things done and spending time with them. And that goes, the same way at home, how things are at home with them. If things are orderly, we're on top of things, we're kind of determining what we're going to be doing, it goes well when we don't have a plan, or when we're just, we got free time, that's okay too at times, but it can get chaotic. So anyway, all that to say that a lot of times when I'm out there, I've got the kids with me, and my wife she's at home catching up on things that she wants to do, or maybe that needs to get done that she just hasn't had time for, that she really needs just some focused time, so that we're prepared going into the next week, or prepared for the rest of the weekend, or whatever it might be. And so it's important to just that the kids are with us, whether it be together, or with her, or with me. We try to keep them with us in what we're doing, and take them along with us, and teach them things, and just spend time with them, build that relationship. That's important. And so that's a lot of times with the gardening videos, we're out there and we're trying to get some things done. And one of the things hopefully I'll improve my content as we go on, and maybe a little bit more purposeful when we're out there. A lot of times when we're shooting video and stuff, we're trying to get things done, and maybe there's an opportunity to shoot video, and I try to get what I can, but it's not always I guess the best quality, right? So anyway, this last weekend, so it's Memorial Day weekend, it's raining and everything, but last weekend the family pitched in. We got all of the garden in, and it was a lot of fun. Things went really well, so hopefully things are going well. I haven't been out there a whole lot this week. I did go out, I think Monday or Tuesday, but it's been a couple days, I think, since I've been out there. And hopefully the rain is helping things grow. Hopefully we'll get some warmer weather. Really, if we can get in the 70s and 80s, that's when things are going to start taking off a little bit better than what they have so far. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the little compilation that put together here, and got some other videos to upload as well that we've shot over the past week. So enjoy the video. We're back, aren't we?
Yeah, and it rained today.
It did sprinkle a little bit, but we will not be dismayed. Yeah. So it is kind of muddy out, but we are determined to get the tomatoes in. Bud, what are you doing? All right. So anyway, we'll have about 64 tomato plants put in by the time we're done. We did the San Marzanos yesterday, and today, well, we need to get that leaf out of the dirt there. We don't want them hanging in. Maybe go through. So anyway, we did a Dester, we did Kellogg's Breakfast, Brandywine. Those are the main ones that are on this trellis.
Can I get the radish?
You can try radish. So anyway, we're going to go through and double check everything once we're done. The next step is the peppers, so we're going to mow this down. Hey, looks like you got a French breakfast. That turned out pretty good, didn't it? Yeah. Another one. Good deal. We'll wash them off before you eat them. Here we go. Finishing up the tomatoes. Now we're going to do the peppers. We were able to get that mulching board to really cut pretty close to the ground to really stunt the winter rye and kind of cause it to go dormant, hopefully. So now the next step is I'm going to take my broad fork and I'm just going to loosen things up. And the reason why is because there's so much clay in this soil, and even just having this winter rye in here for 6 months is not enough to really break things up. So we're going to loosen things up with the broad fork and then plant this row out. So Dad's got the load of peppers. We're going to make room for them. It's a lot of weight, isn't it? Here we go. Here what this looks like. You know, get the broad fork in here. The tine's on here about 18 inches long. Or 15 inches long. Anyways, rock back and forth. And then I pull back on these handles to lift the ground slightly. Push this, push. Push. That's good. Just a little bit. Emma's going to come in with the planter now, about every 1.5 feet. No, hey. Okay, that's good, Ben. She's going to start making holes. Well, Emma's making holes, and we're messing with the broad fork there. We've got Ruthie digging out her peppers. And, I mean, they look great. Getting those ready. She's kind of splitting the difference between the plants, but planting them in a deep box like this worked out really well. They're super healthy. Should work out great. While she's doing them, we continue with the broad fork, and then we're going to start planting. So, division of labor. Yeah, that's how we do it. Dad's going to get the next row ready for the hot peppers over here. We've got our sweet peppers here. Corno di Toro. Emma's using the broad fork. Kind of lift the soil. Make sure the holes are in the middle of the row, but sis. Ruthie's waiting here. She's got some more peppers ready for us. We just finished up the pepper row. It's looking pretty good. Get all kinds: Corno di Toro, Red Marconi, Sweet Chocolate, King of the North, and then we've got some Pandora striped eggplant here at the end. Got our tomatoes planted up, again about 64 tomatoes. And this year I'm not going to prune them as much. I'm going to let them kind of grow and weave them in, see what happens. So now on to the hot peppers. Sharon and Uncle Scott have come over. They're helping me out, or helping us out with the garden while the kids are eating lunch. Scott, we mixed up some of the Mittleider weekly feed, and he's just doing a couple tablespoons, just a little bit in his hand, and he's kind of sprinkling it around the root zone of the plants. And if he gets any on the plants, he's kind of coming along like this and just you know, knocking it off, because it can burn the plants. But so far they're looking pretty good in the winter rye. And one thing we have noticed is we've not seen near the cabbage moths that we had last year. And part of it could be that maybe they're just not out yet, but the other part could be they're camouflaged here in the winter rye, because we're letting it grow a little taller than the rest of the garden. And so we don't have the cabbage moths as much. It's kind of interesting. Sharon's using a broad fork there and get this pepper row ready to go. We're going to plant hot peppers in here. But as you can see, our Swiss chard's doing great. And so is this butter gem lettuce. lettuce. It's looking real nice. Our onions are doing well. So we'll get going on it. Alright, so you guys are done eating lunch. Now you're helping me with peppers. Again, these are the hot peppers we're doing.
Hot pepper, red Thai. No.
Red Thai and lemon drop you got there. And this is the way to do them. I mean, I'm having to kind of carve them out a little bit, but they were spaced just right. Lots of roots. They're really nice looking. Just done really well. In fact, maybe I'll do the tomatoes like this next year. What do you think, Ruth?
I like it.
Yeah. All right. We got a bunch of hot peppers planted already, don't we?
Yeah, and we're not even. Well, we're about halfway.
About halfway. Maybe we should do
There's already about 15 more holes.
15 more holes, you think?
Yeah.
That's a lot of hot peppers. I don't think we need that many.
No.
Sharon's filming me. Alright, we'll figure it out here. So, Sharon and Scott, big help. Dad, big help. So we got her in, the rain's coming in.
Well, it was a group effort.
It was a group effort, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Well, we got a lot done, didn't we?
Beautiful.
So, all of this stuff's doing really well. We planted peppers, some hot peppers. We got a big row of, about close to 30 different sweet peppers. And again, 64 tomatoes, and we put some marigolds, 3 per trellis. So looking pretty good. We're gonna get everything cleaned up and then go do something else. I mean, I love gardening, but there's other things in life that are more important, like being there for your kids and stuff. So son's got he's got a baseball game today we're gonna head over to. So anyway, I guess that's it for now. Until next time, happy gardening. Bye.